Greetings everyone, and Grade here from another not Age of Empires, Couple Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the south side as the US forces, we have BudgetTTeokLeaf. Spawn on the north side as the Wehrmacht forces, we have hOw with a capital O. And I say Couple Heroes 2 is fine, but the recent balance patches made it just a little bit too boring in my opinion. And Couple Heroes 3 I find is a big insult. So also when it comes to Couple Heroes 2, you can always try out my mod.
Okay, barracks is ready. Barracks is good to go.
I'll try to. That last game was a little bit... It was a good game by both sides, but it was just a clear win for the US player. I'll try to do that.
Listen up.
Engineers, let's go and try to split move there. Nope, this is not going to split move. Oh, but he is split moving. So he's going to try to do a bit of split moving. The Brits in OF are the real insult. I don't know what you mean by... I'm not sure what you mean by OF. Brits in of?
What's our plan? Way to go, engineers. Ready for the fight. What's
We
up?
got the strategic point now being captured on up.
Ready for the crowds.
Rifleman's now split moving as well, so he's going to use this exploit to rapidly capture the most of the map. Pioneers over here do have a squad of Volksgrenadiers in the munitions point. Opposing fronts, got it. I'm horrible with acronyms. I cast too many games to memorize all the acronyms.
The rest of the
Plus,
boys
where my
are
workplace is, there's too many acronyms there. Yeah, the British
Engineer Corps.
design in Couple Heroes 1, I don't fully like. I like the mobile British HQ idea, hence why I implemented my own mod in Couple Heroes 2 for the OKW. But the biggest problem I would say when it comes to Brit design is the officer system. It just promotes blobbing. After all, your intersections can't even walk normally out of supply. It just encourages blobbing everywhere. True. Balancing RTS is a little bit hard, and every game is different as well. After all, StarCraft 2 is significantly different, say, than Couple Heroes entirely, where regardless if you're talking 1, 2, or 3, and in which both are incredibly different, say, from War Game. But you can find baselines to help do some comparisons. As well as you can make certain units design a certain counter and all that sort. Yep, that's a big problem with blobs. They can either wipe everything or they get exploded by AoE. Basically, AoE is the best way to deal with blobs in both Couple Heroes 1 and 2. That's why my favorite unit in 2 is probably the Burn Bar.
We're ready to move in. Just give the order.
You have a signed copy of opposing fronts. Huh, nice. Yep. Yeah, it's hard to say how the suppression platforms, like in Couple Heroes 1, MG42s or and other MGs are significantly weaker than say Couple Heroes 2. But even then, Couple Heroes 2's suppression platforms are still need to be a little bit stronger in my opinion to deal with like the blobs. Rifleman squad does capture this point there. Volksgrenadiers on the high ground, heavy cover there. Shim and Vaughan trying to keep the Rifleman squad from bracing the stone wall. Engineers and Rifleman squad pushing soft training over here. Volksgrenadiers capture this point. Let's see, this is due the main part because the main game leads to counter Josh Mecca's the fatal card.
Engineer unit lost.
I'm not familiar with who that is. My apologies. I've got a landmine not being defused there by the Pioneers. Rifle squad fighting some heavy cover there. Volksgrenadiers and some heavy cover. Let's see. Wait, how did the rifleman squad get
Perhaps
right
a
here?
cut forward supply line.
I have not been paying attention as much. Sorry, I probably should focus on a little bit more of the game. Rifle squad does find a landmine there, gets fully pinned. We got a rifle squad right here. It does have bars, and MG42 does pop out to help clear out the rifleman squad there. Very nice. Pioneer squad has a possibility of getting wiped out here. I'm assuming Josh, now I'm able to read a little bit better. Josh is the main relic game dev back in the day. On a more static artillery focused faction, which needs to be released in favor of the dynamic play. That makes sense. It will fit in the design of all the British defenses. The artillery will be a good complement to that. Landmine has been detonated there. Rifleman squad moving around trying to engage this MG42. MG42 looks like it will be overran. It's current rate the Paramount player needs to perhaps go for defensive just for the Pinto Mount MG here. Flame Engineer does fall back. Rifle squad getting into some heavy cover there behind that wall. MG42 finding some heavy cover there. Rifle squad being suppressed. And we now do have all these squads falling back. Minesweeper Pioneer will safe withdrawal there. Rifle squad here will escape on out. And this rifle squad will fall back with minimal health as well. Looks like they found a landmine. To be fair, you rarely ever see demo charges, even against buildings. Rarely ever people even research that. Well, research. The Wehrmacht player does have quite a bit of number forces here, all of them quite wounded. That is a crease versus not eyeing for Veteran C1 just yet. Probably going to eye for... Could be eyeing for Grenadiers, could be eyeing for a 251 half track. I'm thinking more close to the 251 half track. Rifle squad tries to split move as well, but does find MG42. And there's actually a nice line of wire there to help prevent movement, while it does allow the Wehrmacht player to move over here a bit more freely. Just don't touch the wire, or lick it.
Front shifting. Krauts are grabbing territory from us.
True. Yep, there was no sticky bombs last game as well, but to be fair, he did not need them. He won.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory.
Apparently a 90mm cannon. Multiple 90mm cannons are pretty effective for speed goals as well.
Berlin by Christmas.
And Berlin by Christmas. This game's gonna go on forever then, right? Volksgrenadiers capture these various points. MG42 set up a nice position on the high ground. Rifle squad once again pushing his opponent's base. At the current rate, I do expect demolition charges if he keeps on trying to push to his opponent's base like this.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut
The
off.
Wehrmacht player, he's going for a Kampfgraf Center. At the current rate, if he's has trouble with his borders, he needs to go for defensive. Just get those Pinto Mount MGs. Yeah, that seems a little bit stupid having Barbar give line of sight. Rifle squad pushes his way forward. Two Volksgrenadiers here. This rifle squad taking fire from MG42. While this MG42 does pack on up, he's trying to focus it down. He's trying to get inside the garrison. We're now got for the fatherland active, so he has selected defensive. Only for the MGs, but for the fatherland is also pretty good. Another MG42 over here, suppressing down the rifleman squad. Rifle squad does not wipe out this MG42, still has two models remaining. Side squad took quite a bit of damage there. This rifle squad may get flanked by the MG42. MG42 does pop up the garrison, needs to fall back there. Volksgrenadiers doing our one Schimmerwagen. A little bit wounded, but not being too significant at the moment. This rifle squad's trying to push forward, will get hit by this Volksgrenadiers. Everybody's wounded, everybody's lost quite a bit here, but nobody lost any squads. The rifle squad does fall back now. Over here, this rifle squad does find this cutoff point. Very nice. Denying all income to the Wehrmacht player at the
Going
moment.
after one of our munitions points.
I heard a landmine here. Even that one. We now have a regular Grenadier opponent field, so it looks like we went for regular Grenadiers rather than the 251 half track.
center is up and good to go.
Going for a sniper? No. A 60mm mortar wouldn't be half bad against those
Supply lines are
MG42s.
We have territory.
So it could be a sniper. I sort of just don't like the concept of sniper. I like the Computers 2 take on the sniper, primarily the Jaeger Light Infantry and the Pathfinder. I find that system much more fair. Our squad does interrupt, does go for grenade research. Over here we got the Strike Squad 24, does throw a frag grenade there, does fall back, taking minimal damage.
Losing ground.
Strike Squad 24 throws another frag grenade there, but that one be dodged. MG42 gains good suppression. Oh, that MG42 needs a medic. And a couple of extra guys. Flamer Engineers, looks like they like their sauerkraut extra crispy.
Enemy unit down.
Got the MG42 right next to the mounted MG42. And both these rifle squads do get suppressed. Oh, looks like a rifle squad wiped out a Pioneer as well. So the Wehrmacht player is bleeding off some squads. He's had a great start, but now he's sort of just falling apart. Rifle squad does get forced on back. MG42, oh, could be reinforced by this bunker. Probably going to be a casual recovery bunker as well. And now, do you have defensive operations? He has plenty of munitions to drop on his opponent's head. The Wehrmacht player does have, of course, we know he's one for defensive, has 2 Grenadiers, 1 Volksgrenadiers, 2 MG42, Pioneer, and the Kitagrad. He's going for Veteran C2 Infantry. Grenadiers, good idea to throw a frag grenade at the door. Stick grenade, I should say. Stick grenade thrown. And the rifle squad gets wiped out. Apparently that's also an exitable door, which makes sense, but the wipe was still guaranteed. Rifle squad laying down landmine there.
Do you need any construction?
You can construct that landmine.
Ready. Gun loaded and ready.
Act 38 now deployed on field. Has nice mixed composition. Maybe a good idea for that Volksgrenadiers to be upgraded with MP40s. More riflemen. More riflemen push forward into MG42. Chimvagan could try plugging the gap there to knock back the rifle squad. Got the other MG42 suppressing down the squad as well. Does get inside the garrison, which will keep them nice and safe. Rifle squad taking a bit of damage there. The rifle squad does fall back now. We got another US sniper on the field. He has got 1 kill and took a couple bullets. Grenadiers took a hit there. MG42 needs to rotate around, maybe fall back a little bit as well. Flame engineers push forward. Artillery not already in. Shimvog goes down. Gets a hit there. And it looks like the MG42 will get wiped out inside the garrison. Or maybe not. Does get reinforced right there. Nope, it does explode with the Volksgrenadiers. And looks like the Wehrmacht player does fall back out of the game. Overall, the US player just did a pretty good job in playing the game. Pushing the base was a little bit questionable, but it was somewhat successful. Forced opponent win for defensive doctrine, so. Either way, this is Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.